Why is product strategy senior to sales strategy? How is this important, especially in the case of MSME or small enterprises? And especially in MSME, if you are working as a distributor selling commissionable products for another company, that means you don't control the product, so obviously you don't control the product strategy. Okay. And how is it that this may be impacting your sales? How does product strategy impact your sales? In fact, probably learning all the sales and everything won't be as effective if you don't control the product. And why does this lead to the avatar model, which is a proven model for you, if you, especially if your product strategy is not controlled by you, if you're working as a distributor for a financial company selling insurance, mutual funds or something, or as a distributor for selling health products for a networking company or something like that. Okay. My name is Dr. Rajat Sinha, and I'm a medical doctor turned sales strategist. And in my formative years, the way I learned sales was working with companies selling health products and financial products on commission. Amazing learning, truly built something out of me. I mastered field sales and a lot of different things. But it was not until much later when I actually worked with my mentor and CEO, who showed me how such businesses are to be run, especially if you don't control the product, and how you should layer on products so that you do have some sort of control, which gives you leverage during sales closing. Let's get into the video. I'm just going to quickly share the screen. I'm going to talk about some of the closing factors that are important in when you actually do the sale. Then I'll backtrack into how can you set it up for product strategy. Okay. So why is it? What are closing factors? Closing factors are the reasons that the sale gets closed. There are opening factors or underlying factors, like people have to be anchored towards one of the 5 core needs, which is survival, replication, comfort, conformity, and trust. There has to be some FAQs, which is the budget, authority, need, time has to be ascertained. And all of those things are the tactical factors in a tactical sale. But the actual closing is not done on any of these factors. The actual closing is not done on intention, on anchoring, on need. The actual closing factors comes down to some very specific factors, which are actually negotiating or negotiable factors. Okay. In Hindi, we call it dukandari. Everything else is dunyadari. Okay. So dunyadari opens the sale, but dukandari closes the sale. Okay. So how do you want to close the sale? All right. Let me quickly share my screen, and I'm just going to open up my sheet, which is closing factors. What are some of the closing factors? I'm going to be talking about 4 factors. The very first one is guarantees. What is your product or service going to do? What is the guarantee on it? What is guarantee? There is something called a guarantee. There's something called a warranty. On warranty, if the product doesn't perform, we're going to replace it for you any number of times. And a guarantee is if the product doesn't perform, I'm going to give you money back. Okay, that's the difference between warranty and guarantee. Now, you could provide warranties, you can provide guarantees, which is product doesn't perform, I am going to work with you for as long as possible till the time you get the results. Okay. Or product doesn't perform, I'm going to give you money back. That's a guarantee. Now, if you're working on a commissionable basis with some companies, by law, all companies have some kind of money back guarantee, which is, hey man, if the product doesn't perform, then we're going to give you the money back. Underlying the guarantee, in addition to the money back and all of that, is also that, hey man, I guarantee that my product is going to work. But the company doesn't allow you to quote that. No insurance company, financial product company, or health company is going to allow you to quote, hey man, this product is going to give you a weight loss with a guarantee. They don't allow you to quote that. But of course, for legal considerations underlying the product, there's always a money back guarantee. So that's fine. You have some sort of leverage over here, and the customer wants to know, hey, what happens if the product doesn't do what you claim it does? Is there a money back guarantee? Okay. So that's closing factor number 1. Second closing factor is terms and conditions. Very important. Terms and conditions for use. Hey, you've come to me for weight loss. I'm going to have 6 sessions with you over the next 2 weeks. And what happens if you either don't attend the session? What happens if you attend the session but don't carry out the homework I gave you, or don't manage your diet, or don't fill in the diet report, or any of the things that I'm telling you to do? What if you don't do this? Then guarantee is void, sale is considered final. I don't know whether you're going to lose weight or not. Okay. Terms and conditions, very important. Now, these terms and conditions, especially if you're selling a commissionable product, are not controlled by you, because the product is not controlled by you. You can't say, hey, this is what you do, otherwise, the deal is off. You can't say that, because the deal is not off, because the company is holding the money of the customer. And if you try to play hardball over here, it can lead to some serious problems. Okay. So you don't really have control over here. And that is why you are not in a strong position if you don't control the product. Okay. Terms and conditions. Next, you have offers and discounts. At what offer price and discount price can the product be bought? Hardly any leeway you have over here. Okay, certain companies in the health segment are given a lot of leeway, especially if you're buying their product in bulk. So you have the wherewithal to actually offload the product at a certain discount price, but the company actually discourages that because you're spoiling the game for other distributors. In fact, in many companies, distributors have complained against bulk buyers saying, okay, this other distributor, they bought a supervisorship or something like that by buying 2.5, 3 lakh rupees of product in bulk, and now they are underpricing the market, etc., etc. There's a lot of mess over here, especially when it comes to health products. Financial products, of course, are highly controlled, so you don't have any leeway of doing. But financial distributors, what they do is they promise the customer some money back or something like that, and all of these are not really considered to be above board play by distributors. Okay, companies really frown on it, and deep inside, of course, your mentor Upline may be like, okay, let's do it, get it done. But certain leaders in the company may allow it and all that, but the company as a whole frowns upon it. So you don't have very much leeway over here, offers and discounts. Next, you have delivery format. Delivery format over here is not controlled by you. There is only one delivery format, whatever format the product comes in. If you've got a health product, it comes in a bottle, that's it. Delivery format for a financial planning product is, man, you sign up over here, we're going to take your money, invest it in the market or whatever it is. There is no guarantee with regard to market conditions or market return or anything like that. Okay, so you don't really have a control on delivery format. Now I'm going to go through how would it work for you if you were to create a proper solopreneurship on top of a resellable or an affiliate product. Let's go from first to fourth. Guarantees. If you're selling a health product or you're selling a financial product, financial companies have a buyback period, which is first 7 days or first 30 days. Insurance policy will have a buyback period, but they are unable to provide any guarantee what return you will get in the marketplace. Very simple. Okay, no company is going to give a guarantee like that. Similarly, with health products, hey, you can have a 7-day or maybe 30-day buyback guarantee. That's it, but they're not going to give a guarantee that you are going to lose weight. Now, what you can do is, if you're such a distributor, my recommendation is just get yourself an MSME license and start running a product where you have control. Like a weight loss challenge, for example. If you're running a weight loss challenge and if you do a good onboarding screening of the client, and if they're going to be working with you, then you can provide lots of guarantees over here. You can say, hey man, if you work with me for 15 days, you are going to lose weight. I can give you some estimates. I'll give you a lower estimate. I'll give you a higher estimate. Minimum lower estimate, you're going to lose weight. If you don't do that, money back. Okay, I am 100% sure that you are going to lose weight. Now you can give a solid guarantee over here because a lot more factors in the client's journey are being controlled by you. Okay, if you have a done with you implementation of some sort, like a digital implementation or something, you can have more and more factors under your control. Okay, hey, I'm going to guarantee that this project is going to be delivered, your ads are going to be live in this amount of time, because you control all of those factors. So if you charge for dealing with the customer instead of just bringing in the back end product, then in this front end product, you have a lot of control where you can give guarantees. Okay, next is terms and conditions. Hey man, if you do within 5 days what we are asking you to do, we'll be giving you some homework, we need some material from your side. Once you do this, then this happens. If you don't do this, then this doesn't happen. Terms and conditions, they have to do something, you have to do something, and you're providing the caveat that they can't back out, and if they do this, they get that. Okay, so over here also, if you're running an information product, a service, a challenge or something like that, then terms and conditions can be enforced, which is, hey man, this is how it works, and once you get into it, these are the terms and conditions. Okay, in terms and conditions, you can also have certain money back terms, money back guarantees. If this gets done by 7 days, we are good to go. If we are unable to provide this, you can have a money back guarantee. If you are able to unable to provide us the relevant information, there is no guarantee. So you can lock in all of those things in terms and conditions. Next, you have offers and discounts. Now, if you buy the company's product in bulk and you have backhand deals with the customers, not only does it spoil the company's brand, it spoils your own reputation as a salesperson and distributor. People see you as a cheapskate. Okay, so it's just gonna spoil everything. However, if you have your own products on top of the actual backend product, which is you're saying, hey man, I have a community membership, and community membership I'm charging only half price today because today is Labor Day or something like that. Okay. But tomorrow onward, it's going to be full price. It's entirely your product. You have full right to charge anything you want. Nobody's going to judge you for that. Nobody's going to think that you're a cheapskate for any of that. Okay, similarly, if you have a weight loss challenge, if you have a financial planning challenge, if you have a financial analytics challenge, if you have a share trading coaching, anything that makes money, saves money, or on the weight loss side, you've got weight loss, fitness, diabetes, sugar, anything like that. If you have a front end program where you say, we're going to be working together for 7 days, we're going to be having an alkaline body balance challenge, which is going to bring down blood sugar, the guarantee on that is that within 7 days you will see some benefit, otherwise you can have a money back. But the discount on it is only till today, which means if you execute the payment today, you get 30% discount. If you're not, tomorrow onwards, I cannot accommodate you, because tomorrow onwards, the batch or the cohort will be in motion. If I accommodate you after tomorrow, then I'll have to work that much extra to bring you up to speed. So tomorrow onwards, full price. Okay, any reason. But if it's your own product, people actually don't mind if you provide discounts or you provide veiled threats that, hey man, by tomorrow onwards, cohort will be in motion, it'll be very difficult to accommodate you, so price will be higher. Okay, and people actually appreciate that because it makes logical sense. However, this doesn't make logical sense if you don't control the product, because you're only in it for the money. You're providing a discount because you got extra product on your hand. People look at it with a lot of suspicion. People don't need to know your business, by the way. They don't need to know the ins and outs of your business. Just psychologically, it just seems, psychologically, people always figure out when you're desperate, when you're doing something for manipulative purposes or things like that. And it always comes out when you're selling a packaged product that is available at every nook and corner. I mean, if you're working with the health company or something, they have tens of lakhs of distributors all over the country. If you're working with an insurance company, tens of lakhs of agents across the country. They can find the same insurance or information or health product anywhere. Okay, so if you try to provide bulk deals and things like that, it always looks cheap because the same product can be found somewhere else, and people know that you're trying to undercut the other distributors or something like that. Most people actually have such distributors in their own family. Everybody knows a health product networker. Everybody knows a LIC agent in their own family. Okay, just looks cheap. Companies frown upon it. They don't recommend it. But if you layer it on with your own product, it suddenly looks more professional, because companies who own their products are always doing that. They're always coming out with New Year offers, Thanksgiving discounts, Mother's Day discounts, something like that. Okay, it looks cool. All right, next you have delivery format. Very, very important. Remember, whether it is health or whether it is make money, it's a game of personal discipline. Personal finance is more personal than finance. Personal health is more personal than health. Okay, so how does this really work? You can provide health as information. I'm going to do an analysis. I'm going to tell you what should be your next steps. Analysis, custom analysis. That's a do-it-yourself product. I'll do the analysis. I'll tell you what is the next step. You can do it yourself. I'm going to charge for it though. Okay, I'm going to do a custom analysis for you. I'm going to sit down with you, understand your body type, etc., figure out what pre-existing medical conditions you have. It's going to take 1 or 2 hours from my side, and I'm going to charge this much money, and I'll tell you what the next steps are. That's a DIY, do-it-yourself product. Next, done with your product. Hey, you want to lose weight? We're going to work together for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it is. And we're going to be working for 9 sessions, whether it's on Zoom, online workout, whether it's a physical workout, whether you're doing done for you service. Done for you comes later. But whether you're doing a done with you challenge where everybody comes into a workshop, hey, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we're going to work together. That's a delivery format. There is a done for you delivery format, which a lot of people do, which is, hey, I'm a gym trainer. I'm going to come to your house. We're going to go down to your society gym. I'm going to work with you for 12 workouts, and this is what's going to happen. Okay, delivery format. Similarly, you can have a affiliate delivery format, which is, hey, I'm going to start working with you for 3 weeks. Okay, and you're going to start seeing the results. You will have the program. You'll know exactly what is to be done. After that, you continue, and I will recommend you some diet supplements or something like that. That'll keep you going on the journey. Choice is entirely yours, whether you want to consume them, not consume them. I'll send you the first pack for free. It's entirely from my side. Just see if it works out for you, and after that, just follow the program, follow the supplements. You're good to go. Okay, so this is how you layer on products in your own delivery formats and provide the client something which they truly need. Everybody doesn't trust a box pack product. People want you to be there. Hey, do you take the responsibility? Okay, a lot of people say, hey, if you buy this box pack product from me, you get me, so I am the more responsible guy. But it's very, very difficult to differentiate, because 10 lakh other distributors are also saying the same thing. Okay, but if you have paid products that are layered on, formatted out, different terms and conditions, different guarantees, offers, discounts, it just makes that buying experience so much richer for the customer. Customers actually want to pay, but the buying environment has to be made rich. I mean, think about Amazon, think about a mall, think about how the people who truly know how to sell. I mean, think about Swiggy, for example. During IPL, they have IPL level discounts, they have surge pricing, they've got combos, etc., etc. They've got so much things happening that the buying experience itself becomes so rich. Okay. So just learn from these big companies, malls, aggregators, etc. It's not that you need to have a big platform and have 10,000 vendors switched into it. You don't need to set up your own mall. You can just set up one or two custom services on top of your health product or financial product. That's going to really help the client go that extra mile, because they do need the extra help and they truly are willing to pay extra for the extra help. Okay, they will see you as a professional. Sales is going to become easy, and all of the secret of your sales is actually hidden inside your product strategy. Actually, if you note in any kind of sales call, what are the final things a client wants to talk about, especially if they've decided that they want to buy? They talk about guarantees, they ask about terms, they ask about discounts, they ask about delivery format. And if you're not prepared with all of these things, if you're not well versed your product in the language of the customer, then they're going to know that they're not dealing with a professional. They're dealing with just some guy who's selling a company's product for the sake of a commission. That doesn't get you respect or authority in the market, and people only buy from an authority, my friend. People only buy from an authority. Okay, so that's why I call these the dukandari factors. Dukandari. What is the dukandari? At the end of the call, these, if the customer is talking about these, and if you're talking about these, you're going to close the customer, guaranteed. If the customer is talking something out of this and still asking about something else, then you haven't been able to bring the client down to the closing stage, or the client was never interested in buying anyway. But in order to lock the clients down in the home stretch, this should be your final discussion. And you should be prepared to have the offers, options, all kinds of things ready to enrich that buying experience for the client. Okay, hope you like this video. Please follow this channel and hit that bell button so that you get alert for the next video. And please let me know in the comments what else I can make for you. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.